Now, according to Maxwell Maltz, author of the book Psycho-Cybernetics, see if someone here can guess what is the number one thing over which people become depressed. Anybody take a guess? Number one thing people become depressed over. Money? Nope, nope. Sex? Nope, nope. If we could avoid the personal testimonies this morning, I'd appreciate that. Okay, let's see. We have money and sex. I guess that covers the entire sphere of the human experience. Actually, the number one thing over which people become depressed is their physical appearance. So I want you to turn to the person beside you and say, "You're the best looking person I've seen all day." And I say to you that some of the things in our life that we lose, it could be a lot worse. As we all get older and you begin to lose your looks, at least you still have your health. You lost a customer, look on the bright side. Somebody in this room found him. Now, I'm not advocating that we're supposed to live our lives with a blind, reality-denying optimism. I mean, when real tragedy or frustration comes into our life, we need to experience that pain, that anguish. I'm not saying we go around denying reality. But let's be honest about it, folks. A large percentage of the things we get upset over, depressed over, stressed out over are so petty and trivial and insignificant. They don't even deserve to be mentioned. Like spoiled children, we get upset because we didn't get our way or somebody didn't treat us in the fashion we wanted them to. These are the things over which I'm saying we can exercise mastery. My wife and I were devastated some years ago. The doctors told us we couldn't have any children. At first we got all depressed about it. And we decided, what good is this depression doing? We decided to act on the most positive solution we had, which is to adopt. In the last few years, we've adopted 2 happy little girls. Now we want to adopt a whole house full of kids. In fact, you need to be out there. If you know the kid needs to be adopted, let me know. Tell you the truth, my wife would like an infant. I want to get the one that's old enough to mow the grass. But you know, I'll tell you, a few years ago, we looked at infertility as a curse. Well, I swear to you, I love my daughter so much that I am literally glad that we had fertility problems. Because otherwise, I never would have gotten to know them, and they probably would have ended up with very difficult lives. Well, what's the difference? A few years ago, we looked at infertility as a curse. And now I promise you, I look at it as a blessing. Understand this. More than anything else, the attitude that we have in life toward the adversity that we face is the result of what we value. But we human beings are highly irrational. We are not very logical. An old cowboy philosopher said, people are not logical. If they were, it would be men who rode side saddle. But too often we allow that irrational side of our mind to dominate our thought process. And I want you to understand something. I'm talking about achieving a balance in our perspective. You see, the world throws so much negative at us every day that we have to consciously counteract it so we can have this balanced view. But I don't care how much discipline you exercise in trying to achieve this balanced perspective. If we allow ourselves to associate with people who are always moaning and groaning and complaining, it will impact our attitude. You see, all of us in here, we like to think of ourselves as individuals. And to a large extent we are. And yet we are highly influenced by the attitudes and the philosophies and the beliefs of the people with whom we associate. And you think about this a second. You think about the most neurotic, negative people you know, and usually at the core of their neuroses is an obsession with themselves, their needs, their wants, their desires. Do you think about the most consistently joyful people you know, and generally at the core of their joy is the satisfaction they derive from encouraging and serving others?
Aren't you the Michael Broome that came to our school and talked to the kids? We thought you were wonderful.
Sure, come on inside. I got about 5,000 cookies at home now. But she gave me encouragement, and every day we have the opportunity to do that to people around us, to encourage them. And if there's a reason for us to be affirmative thinkers, other than the benefit it gives us personally, is because none of us in here are going to be able to positively influence the lives of our employees, our customers, our family, if we're walking around like a little boy who just lost his favorite pocket knife. I hate to say to people sometimes, you say, "Hey, Joe, how you doing?" They'll say, "Great." I feel like telling him, "Well, if you're doing great, why don't you tell your face about it?"